Omer Maxim. What a great name. Maxim means amazing. And I think he really is amazing. I'm sitting right now with Omer Maxim's parents. Omer was taken hostage. His parents, Ronen and Orna Nutra from America, are sitting here with me. Thank you so much for taking your time to speak to us.
Thank you.
My heart is in my hands, seriously. I don't know what you're going through. I can just imagine. Probably I can't. He looks gorgeous. He left America. You gave him to our country to fight, and he was taken hostage. Can you tell us more or less what happened on October 7th from your point of view?
Well, the month before, a lot of Jewish holidays, obviously, Omer and his team were very busy defending the Gaza border. And
how long he had been here already before?
He's been here about 3 years.
Okay.
And he was very busy this month, and we spoke to him Friday afternoon on October 6th.
Yeah.
He was looking forward for a quiet weekend with his team, not knowing what's waiting in Simchat Torah morning.
And Simchat Torah, I guess he was taken as a soldier.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't part of the party. He wasn't part of the kibbutzim. He was
he was taken as a soldier.
He was defending the
He
kibbutzim.
was defending the kibbutzim.
Defending the border, defending the kibbutzim. Just before we went to sleep, being that we have a soldier, we always check the news to make sure that everything's okay, and obviously nothing was okay.
You were in America?
Yeah.
Yes, we were in New York.
Oh my God.
We'd finished Shabbat dinner. We had friends over. Actually, my parents came from Israel. They were visiting with us for Sukkot. They had gone to sleep. We were checking the news. Ronen immediately saw that things were very wrong and called Omer, which he didn't answer.
Right.
We were thinking, okay, he's in active duty. He can't answer.
Right.
But as the hours went by and there was no response from him, we understood that something really, really wrong was going on.
Yeah.
And later Saturday afternoon, we already knew that he was probably kidnapped. We got formal notice from the consulate the day after, on Sunday night, that they perceive him to be kidnapped by Hamas.
Is there a video? You saw footage or something? Images?
There is a video that him and his team are taking out of the tank, and they look in reasonable shape, alive, taking out, and since then we don't have any sign of life.
I can't breathe.
It's 86 days. We're close to 3 months. It's unbearable. This notion that we don't know what's his medical condition. Is he getting fed? Is he drinking? Does he have air? What's his condition? It's unbearable.
It's insane. It's just incomprehensible. That we're still in this situation. Almost 3 months later, we know nothing.
Do they tell you? Do you get more information from behind the scenes? We always think that maybe you're getting a little more information. Maybe you know more and you don't tell us.
If they have more information, we don't know.
I understand. You're a mother. I'm a mother. What gives you strength? Please tell me to become a better human being, and to the people who watch us. Where is the strength? Where is the faith? Where is the positivity to know that he's good, he's okay, and he will come back?
I feel we have no choice.
Right.
We have to hold the hope.
Yeah.
And believe that he's okay. We know that he was taken alive. And, from the first moment, we've been driven into action. On that day, we drafted immediately a letter to the government, to the U.S. government, notifying them of the situation and requesting their action. And from that moment on, we've been focused on doing whatever that we can to get him back. We have to believe. We have to believe that he's still alive, and we have to do everything to get him out of there as soon as possible. That's our mission. That's our goal. We're his soldiers now. That's how we feel.
Hostages. People don't understand in the world what's a hostage, because It doesn't happen anymore. I mean, we're in the 21st century. This is
Right. This happened big time.
hostages.
Yeah. You know it.
240 people were taken from their beds, from their daily early morning routines. People biking, people
Exactly.
just jogging, people.
And we were not in a war.
No, we were
wasn't a
not
war.
in a war. This
This
was
This is
not.
civilians.
Yes.
And
They were
our
taken.
son was not active. He was protecting.
Right.
He wasn't attacking
He
anybody.
wasn't attacking.
Right.
This is very important.
And all these people were taken
Different religions,
against
different
any
ethnicities.
humanitarian law, against their will. And as we know, they're dying. They're dying every day. We hear news about hostages dying, and now they even hold their bodies.
Incredible.
It's
Insane.
it's unreal. The Red Cross was not allowed, is not allowed to get in,
To get in.
give them medical support, medical attention.
Right.
There are no lists available of who is in there.
Nothing.
Hamas is just keeping them somewhere. Nobody knows any information, and we're just sitting and waiting.
I always think that it shouldn't be bring them home. It should be give them back.
Exactly.
Give them back. This
Exactly.
is not real.
You know, it's a global humanitarian crisis, and if people don't understand that, we're in big
Exactly.
trouble. Because if things like this are allowed to happen and people deny them,
insane.
then where are we headed?
Exactly.
Can happen anywhere.
Right.
People
This
in
is what
Italy,
I'm-
in Italy can disappear all of a sudden.
Absolutely. This is what they don't understand. They think it's happening only here. It
Yeah.
starts from here and then it's going to go.
Look at us, we're real.
American.
Our son, an American-born citizen, is just been taken, just like that. It's
But you have a
unbearable.
voice now and you can shake the world with your strength. You've been into Washington. You spoke in the Washington rally in front of 300,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Can you change your mind? Can you influence? Can you influence the government? How is the response of the politicians?
To be honest, the Biden administration very quickly responded. And we spoke to President Biden just a week after in a Zoom call. Later, we met him personally. We know that he's personally very engaged.
I see.
He's committed to have the hostages situation resolved. It's one of his top priorities. Him and his administration. And finals down, we met with Jake Sullivan. We met with Bill Burns, the head of the CIA. We met with Vice President Harris. There are a lot of people working to try and release the hostages, do their best on the American side, together with all the other hostages. Unfortunately, we're almost 90 days there, and it hasn't been resolved. And every day is critical. Every day people die.
There are still 6 American hostages there,
Incredible.
and almost 130 hostages overall.
And there's still babies and women.
Yes, yes.
You're on the way to the Knesset, I understand. What do you want? What do you want from them? What are you going to tell them?
It's very important for us to share Omer's story. We want them to know that, you know, they know this, of course, but, you know, we feel that the real stories behind the numbers, right, are important.
Yeah.
And each one of the people there has a big story
Yeah.
that needs to be completed. It's
It's
not
real
done
people.
yet.
It's real people.
So,
family.
yeah,
What if it was your son? How would you feel?
That's why I'm shaking.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're in positions of decision-making and policy.
Are they embracing you?
You know, everybody is very sympathetic.
Okay.
Everybody embraces us.
Yeah.
It's not only about that.
Yeah.
It's not only about showing
Oh,
emotional support. We need
you
action.
need action. You need
We
action.
need, and we know that there'll be hard moments coming up with
Yeah.
hard decisions.
Yeah.
And we need everybody to say, those people there are the most important part,
Yeah. Definitely.
right? Saving one soul in Judaism is so incredibly important.
Absolutely.
And it's a mitzvah.
Yeah.
So you have to do everything you can.
Yeah.
And if there is a deal on the table, we can't allow it to fall through because of any political disagreement.
Absolutely.
It's a bipartisan, both in the U.S. and in Israel.
Yeah.
And it has to be driven to completion by bringing them back. And the sooner the better.
You know, and like you said, there are still children, there are still women, there are young men, there are soldiers. And these soldiers were there on duty protecting.
Yeah.
And the country has an obligation to bring them back, all of them.
Do you fantasize and see it already happening? Does that bring you hope?
You know,
Hugging him?
yes, but we also, you know, we have to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
It's been a real roller coaster.
Seeing the hostages that have been released and their stories, does it help you? Give you hope?
Of course, but it's been a month, you know, since the last time this happened.
Right,
So we needed to continue.
right.
That's the most
Absolutely.
important thing.
You should know that, I mean, I'm sure you know, the whole world is praying with you. And I know that in Italy, they have rallies in the morning in the schools, and they pray for the soldiers and they pray for the hostages. We all pray. Before we light candles, we pray. We say the names. Omer Maxim is going to be added to my list, personal
let me
list,
tell
before
you,
lighting the candles.
In the United States, there are a large number of communities that have an empty chair on the bima, and they have Omer's picture there, and they pray for
Just got
him.
the chills.
And Omer grew up in a Zionistic Jewish school, Shechter School of Long Island,
Oh,
and all the kids are praying every morning for him. We know that Omer did it as well when he was a kid for other Israeli hostages. It's one thing they do, and it keeps our heart warm. And this pray obviously keeps us motivated to make sure that he comes home soon, together with the other hostages.
I go this with all the time. I see a lot of people going this year, go with the t-shirts. He's a gorgeous boy. Is he a leader? You think he's taking charge there as much as he can? He's strong.
Omer grew up as a connector. He loves people. He's
He's your first son?
He's our first son together, and he was a captain of his soccer team. He was a captain of his volleyball team, and he even was a captain of his basketball team. So it's a small school, but he
star.
always took the
Charge.
role to bring his people together.
He's kind of the icebreaker.
Right.
You know, he takes the tension out of the room.
Wow.
He's, you know, he's with this big smile. You see his smile, you know, lighthearted, and he really cares. You know, he was also in different roles in his youth group, USY. He became the regional president. You know, and kids. So a lot of kids know him, and they keep writing to us. You know how he saw them, you know, at events, and he made sure that they felt comfortable.
Yeah.
So yes, he's a leader, but he's really a team leader. You know, he likes
That's
to
the real
go
leader.
around. Yeah, exactly.
That's
He likes
the
to
real
bring
leader.
out the best.
But on the other hand, he's just an American kid, right? He loves the NBA. He knows all the stats.
Right.
He loves the NFL. He's doing fantasy basketball.
He loves
I mean,
goofing around. You know,
He loves hip hop. He loves Omer Adam. I mean, he's just a kid, and we need him back.
We need him back. We need him back. Wow. I, again, pray with you. I have faith that the right thing is going to happen as fast as possible. Amel should be released with all the rest of the hostages.
Amen.
I look at your eyes and they'll stay with me for a long time. I'm talking to a mother but you know, I see the image here and you look much thinner also. And we're with you. We really are with you.
Amen. We need it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Remember, Omer Maxim Nutra, these are his parents. There's another 100 more kids waiting to be released. Pray for them and with us. Thank you so much.